the mini libraries have got to go. They have got to absolutely go, dude. The mini libraries have to go. First of all, the average home in this neighborhood is over $1 million. Over $1 million. Every home in this neighborhood is over $1 million. You think, first of all, people can't afford books? You know what a mini library is, right?
The little boxes.
Yeah, the little box out front of your house, your $10 million house, and you're going to put freaking Pride and Prejudice in there, like as if somebody's like, hey, I want to teach myself how to read. And they're going to go by Brenda's house, take a book, learn how to read, and then bring it back. Stop, dude. It's just like, but to go on a Sunday to like Google, like, how to build a, whatever it's called, how to build a mini library, and then go out to freaking Home Depot, build one, put it in there, and buy some books. Yeah, let me see, read this. 2009, bolt-mounted wood container to look at a room, schoolhouse, posted on a lawn, filled it with books of tributes to his late mother. You know what? That's a good thing. Dang it, dude. Why'd you have to ruin this for me, bro?
I just was curious where it came from. But this
I
should have been the
that.
last one, right?
That should have been the only one.
Yeah.
It should have been the only one. All right, this guy says the first mini library was built in 2009 by a guy. He mounted it on a post in his lawn, filled it with books as a tribute to his late mother, a book lover, a school teacher who had recently died. Great. Have a great time. Build a bigger one.
Yeah, should have went one and done.
Have a Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
Also, the first little mini free library. Also, libraries are free, dude. The real library is free. Go there. And they got a better selection. And if you want to go to a little library, go to a smaller town. They got a smaller library, dude. Take this. It's disrespectful. And you're bringing down the property value. You're bringing down the property value with these little mini libraries. Get your altruism out. How about go donate to a shelter, or just go to, I mean, every time in Goodwill, there's a bunch of books because nobody's like, I'm not throwing away a book. That's like what's evolution backwards? What's it called?
De-evolution?
Dude, I thought it was devolution or something. De-evolution. I'm an idiot. Yeah. They're like, you can't, like a mini library is like, dude, and they think like people don't have access to books. Like, dude, this is not a third world country. You get your milk delivered. People have access. No, I mean, come on. Like, you got to take the mini library down. I want to put, this is what I'm going to do. Put a camera. I'm going to put a Ring doorbell camera on my mini library. No, I don't have one, but on the one. What if I had one? Yeah. If I had one, it would all be about how to not show your arrogance and altruism but there's better ways than a mini library. First of all, it's like you don't want to just like read you want to read a book that you want to read. No one just goes, oh, this looks like a good book, and then just spends how long does a book take to read? 8 hours. I'm going to go to one in my neighborhood. I'm going to look through there. Yeah. First of all, there's nothing cool in a book. There's no Harry Potter is not. Well, I'm trying to think of what books are cool. What's a cool book?
Dude, I don't know.
No one even knows. You don't even know what a cool, like if I say what's a cool Netflix show, what's a cool rapper,
sure.
You know.
Sure.
What's a cool book? There's like how to change the oil in a 1998 Ford Taurus. Like, I don't need this, dude. But if somebody comes over to your house and you're like, which one am I? Or like, oh, 859 Main Street. You're like, oh, I'm the one with I don't really want to talk about it that much because I'm just saving lives out here. I'm the one with a free library. Stop it, dude. Now, that's something that would say, hey, like honest conversation. Is a little bit of this mini library for you? Can you give me 1%? Yes. Okay, now we can debate. That's actually 100% about you. Because you ever seen somebody take a book out of this? No. Have you ever seen people are trying to ride their bikes and they got to go out of the way for these mini libraries. And the freaking dude, you know who hates mini libraries the most? The groundskeeper. you're not cutting your own grass. If my wife, I don't have a wife, but if my wife, you're like, John, this is why you don't have a wife. If I was in charge of cutting the grass in my front yard and my wife goes, I'm going to have a mini library. I'm going to put a mini library. Go back to the photo of it because it's like it goes into the ground. Yeah, it's right that one on the left right there. They go into, so you're driving, you're cutting grass. That's like very like cutting grass, and you got to stop. Yeah, you got to stop, go around it. You got to bring the weed whacker out there to get around the bottom of it. You got to, if I was HOA president, last year I ran for HOA president of my building complex, and I didn't get elected, which RIP. I'm not mad about it or anything, but.
What was your platform?
I was going to take down, no, I'm not saying that. That's a joke. No, I didn't really have a platform, but it would be funny because it was like the apartment complex next to us has like, you have like a Tennessee Titans like flag. You're like, I'm sorry, this might age me a little bit, but that looks like trash. Take that down, like the Vols. Like, it looks bad. I'm sorry, it looks bad. You don't have like because the HOA rule was like, hey, no flags. And that was going to be my stance. But then at the time, it was all like Black Lives Matter and like rainbow flags. I was like, that I probably wouldn't get elected on that.
Yeah, timing was bad.
Yeah, timing was bad. It would just be funny to be like, hey, first item of business, that flag's got to come down. You're like, dude, I don't care. Actually, it was just funny. They're like, yeah, we didn't elect you for that. I didn't get to give a speech or nothing. But if I was in charge of an HOA, I would the number one thing, no mini libraries. I wish. Do we have we don't have we have an email for this account?
No, we can set one up though.
Well, all right, I got one for my. Should we do a podcast? No, we do Net Positive.
Yeah.
netpositive@johncristcomedy.com.
Cool.
That's the email. I haven't made it yet, but by the time this comes out, it'll be made. netpositive@johncrist. Email if you have a story about a successful, what's it called, mini library. Has any good positive ever come out of it? We will. I promise you, we will read it. Mm-hmm. We might not, but because no one has a positive story about one. There's the park across the street from my house. Growing up, they have them everywhere. Never once. First of all, if you didn't know how to read, why don't you just advertise your tutoring, or put? Here's what I would like to see in a. Here's what I'd like to see in a mini library. Capri Suns on ice. That would be nice. Yeah. Helpful. Yeah. Okay. Rechargeable batteries for bird scooters. That would be, or nice. Like a bird scooter dock, a bird scooter charging dock. Yeah. Helpful. Mm-hmm. What else do I want to see in one? I would see a magazine. Maybe. But no, I'm trying to think of what. Take these down. They're basically saying people in this neighborhood can't afford books. Hey, welcome to my neighborhood. We can't afford books. That's what you're saying. Just put cash in there.
Yeah.
Put cash.
Just envelopes of cash.
And one person a day can come by and choose. It's like a lottery. Mm-hmm. Or no, it's like you ever gotten one of those things at the shoe store? They turn on the fan and there are $1 bills going around and you got to grab them. Yeah. Like there's a fan in there. You can put your hand in there. This is a good idea. I'm doing this in front of my yard. It's a bunch of cash in there.
The HOA is going to love it.
It's a bunch of cash in there, all right? And you turn it on. It's about as big as a mini library. Mm-hmm. It's as big as a mini library. You can put your hand in there all the way to your elbow. And then it does a DNA test, so you can't do your same hand again. You can't come back to the neighborhood. Nice. You're going to put it in there, and it's going to turn, and you see how much cash you can grab in 30 seconds.
I like it.
Thank you. Because how much does it cost to build a mini library?
Can't be that much.
Yeah, but you got to go to the store. Oh, for sure. Buy the stuff, build it. First of all, get a part-time job. Okay, mm-hmm. Contribute to society. This is not helping at all. You got to get the cement. You got to get the 4x4. You got to build it. Some of them have like shingles on the roof.
Some of them have like glass.
Get a job, dude. Get employed, please. Okay, yeah, and then you got to buy the books. No one has ever purchased a book and put it in there. It's trash books from your. You know what? I'm gonna go. Dang it! Nobody's gonna see this. I can't go do this right now because this podcast hasn't come out yet. Mm-hmm. But as soon as it does, I'm gonna rampage in my neighborhood. I'm gonna review. I'll do reviews.
Book reviews.
Yes.
Free library reviews.
Hey. You know what's going to be in mine? Directions to the library. Directions to the big library.
Yeah, no one's talking about that. They are taking down libraries. One free
Taking them
library
down. Thank you. And you know what you do? Listen, I don't know if you know how the government works, but you know what you do? So you go to your job, right? And you spend a couple hours there during the day. And then after a week or two, they send you home with a little piece of paper that's got a number on it. And that's your money, okay? But then you rip that thing off, take it to the bank, go out, have a Sunday fun day, have a day for yourself. But above there's a little thing that says you actually got paid this much. And then we didn't really ask your permission but we took some. And we took some. And then if you ask, Google, what is this? I'm just saying this is very easily accessible information. Google, what are the main things the government does with your money? Just because you'd be like, oh, what does the government do with my money? Yeah. Okay. Unemployment, labor programs like that. Okay, that's not right. Where does the government put it?
7 ways the government spends your tax money.
Okay. Benefits, social, military, health programs, interest, national debt, veterans, food, agriculture benefits, educational programs, work study programs, student elementary, secondary education initiatives. What's probably in there somewhere is libraries. Mm-hmm. Those are free. I mean, yeah, sure, it was a little weird, but on the net, it was a positive. It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.